Welcome viewers to Commerce class. Last class we look at commercialization. Today we want to look at privatization. Remember, all of these is geared to making some corporation work better, taking it from the hands of the government to individuals who will have a full management position or who have the managerial skills to manage this corporation to bring out the efficiency that the general public can enjoy from it. We look at commercialization in that aspect. Today we want to look at privatization. When you hear the word privatization, it is derived from the word private. So that means that when you talk about privatization, it is not something held by the public, that is the government's run business. No. It has to do with business run by private individuals that are not in the government position of running a business. So privatization has to do with a policy that is designed to enable individuals and corporate organizations take ownership and control of government businesses. Example, government-owned business such as public companies and corporations. Now let me run through that explanation again. That a private corporation, or what about privatization, this is a policy that is designed to enable individuals, private individuals and private corporation and organization to take ownership and control of government-owned businesses or government-owned corporation. Take note, these private individuals will take over government-owned businesses. That means that these businesses were run initially by the government, and so once it is privatized, it is the private individuals or private corporation that is going to undertake the running of these businesses. Example is corporation that is in charge of electricity in a country. If the government decides to privatize that, that means that they are going to have ownership of these lights or energy corporation to private individuals to run. Or let's say water. Okay, so let's say water board or a corporation in charge of water supply to the general public. If the government decides that they can no longer run it effectively, or there is need for it to be privatized in order to gain ultimate satisfaction and to give in the best to the general public, they may decide to privatize it to individuals, private individuals or corporations who can handle this corporation effectively and give the citizenry optimum usability or satisfaction of these products or of these services. So privatization has to do with individuals, corporations taking over government-owned businesses to work better. That is the first objective. So let me go to the objective. After explaining, I have explained the first objective, though I want to tell you the objective we have for today. Privatization, what is privatization, is the first objective. Secondly, advantages and disadvantages of privatization. And then thirdly, what is the difference between commercialization and privatization? Alright, so let's look at what are the advantages. Having known the meaning of privatization, I hope that is clear. If you do not understand what I mean by privatization, comment below the comment box and tell me that you don't understand. If you understand, give me a thumbs up and tell me you understand what I explained about privatization. Sometimes this question comes in your objective question or in your theory question, so take note of it very well. Now we go to what are the advantages of privatizing an organization or a corporation. First, it leads to efficient management. Remember that sometimes when government runs some of these businesses, mismanagement happens. Those are the hem of affair, because it is not their business whether they make profit or not. They are going to get their money at the end of the month. They don't manage well. So when it is handed over to private individuals, they know that management is part of the deal, because without effective management, they are not going to maximize profit. So their management skills is at the peak in order for them to maximize profits, in order for them to give out the best, in order for them to deliver the best, dish out the best for their consumers or for their customers. That is one of the advantage why privatization is good. Second is it reduces expenditures. You know, sometimes when government runs some corporation, there are some unnecessary expenditures that just come into it. You can just see 15-20 members of a corporation go to a seminar in abroad. All those expenditure falls back to the government. If it is private individuals, they will just send few delegates, 2 or 3. The 20, 30, 40, 50 going will be scrapped out. That expenditure will be scrapped out. And so that money that will be used for such expenditure will not come in. So for private individuals, they maximize profit. So they scrap out a lot of expenditures that is not required at every point in time. They only pick those that are essential, important, and beneficial for the growth of the organization. Are you following? All right. We go to the next 3, innovation. Private individuals look for the best innovative techniques to make efficiency. If it requires them getting a new machine that will serve an innovation, they are going to go get that machine. If there are other modalities or skills needed to bring about innovation, they are going to do it. So that means that private individuals bring about good innovation because they are going to invite innovation to make things work efficiently. That's why private individuals manages a corporation very well. Alright, so that's the third one, which is innovation. The fourth one is revenue generation. This corporation pays revenue, pays tax to the government. So the government is going to benefit something from them. But when it is run by the government, it is just for the benefit of the public. So governments might not be making good revenues from it, not necessarily when there is mismanagement of the corporation. But when private individuals step in, there is going to be revenue generation, and the government is going to take the percentage of revenue generation that is to be paid to them, and they are going to use it for other sectors to the benefit of the economy. So it serves as revenue generation in form of taxation and in form of other revenues that is paid to the government. Revenue generation. Now let's look at the third one, better choice by consumers. So now the consumer have a better choice. When the government sometimes runs this, the masses do not have a choice. They just have to manage what they have. Like the epileptic nature of electricity, the masses do not have what to do because you will not have the best you wish. But when private individuals comes in, you are paying for these services, so they give you a better choice. You will have to find value for your money. You will not pay for what you will not enjoy. So these private individuals are going to put in their best in order to satisfy you so you can pay for the service. You see it? So that is another way that private individuals or privatization is better. It has that advantage, and that advantage is great. Now, whatever has an advantage has its own disadvantage. You know that. It's not all smooth, all rosy, all juicy. Now, let's look at the disadvantage part of privatization. First, it leads to poor standard of living because it's not everyone that can afford the luxury of such products. You may fall out of the way because you don't have the means and the money in order to purchase that particular service or product. But if it is run by the government, you are going to enjoy it because it's for the general public and the benefit of the public. Profit maximization is not their aim, but the satisfaction of the public. But for private individuals, you must have to pay the price in order to get what you want. So it reduces the standard of living of the people. Then secondly, high cost of products. If, for example, the government manages corporation and you pay 10,000 as a monthly rate, when private individuals come in, be rest assured you are not going to pay that same price for such product or service. You're going to pay higher. It might times or triple itself. So that means it's going to tell on your pocket and your financial strength. It means you are going to put in more in order to enjoy that service. And when you cannot put in more, the service will not get to you. That's another disadvantage. Then the third one is unemployment. Every business wants to maximize costs. Every business wants to make profit. So they're not going to employ chains of persons to work there. The government can employ 10,000. But when private individuals come, they're going to streamline. They're going to downsize. They're going to lay off. So some persons that are not too useful for the organization, then it's going to go. They're going to lay off such individuals. They're going to pay them off. And they're going to downsize in order for them to manage a base of staffs that can manage the organization well, and they are going to give more workloads to these individuals, and some persons have to go. Now imagine that is where your food for the day comes in. What happens? You have lose out of your livelihood, and you have to look for job elsewhere. So it leads to unemployment because they will downsize, lay off, and maximize productivity. Then the fourth one is uneven distribution of income. The bourgeois will have it all. The top class is going to have it all. Those are the peak of affairs is going to have it all. That sector is going to be hijacked by the elites, those who have the money, and they are going to hold on to the wealth. Because the rich will always get richer. The products are highly cost. And so the more profit they make, the more richer they become. The more they go into other sector and diversify. And the more their stream of income is going to multiply. The poor will suffer the consequences. This is another disadvantage of privatization. Remember, we are looking at the advantages and disadvantages of privatization. Next, we're going to look at what is the difference between commercialization and privatization. What is the difference between commercialization and privatization? Commercialization has to do with making government-owned corporation to work better. Government-owned companies, government-owned corporation to work better. But it still remains in the hands of the government. But this time we are going to inject good management team in order for the corporation to make profit. Now it will be profit oriented because they are going to put in new hands, put in new modality, new machineries to make things work. That is for commercialization. Individuals are going to be put in place in order to manage government-owned corporation to generate more profits. That's to say, all modalities have to be put in place in order for profit maximization to be attained. But still, the organization still runs under the hands of the government. But then in privatization, it's not like that. In this instance, the government has over ownership of government-owned corporation to private individuals. Take note, they hand over the corporation to private-owned individuals or private-owned corporation to manage and to handle. That's to say they have bought it over from the government. Government has no say, government has no control. It's just the state policy that controls every other businesses that will control this organization. And so in privatization, these private individuals will structure it to their own taste, to their own standard, and to what they wish and want from the organization. The government has no say because they bought it over. Hope you understand the difference between privatization and commercialization. If you don't understand, comment below the comment box that you don't understand. If you understand, give me a thumbs up and tell me that you understand what I've just explained. So the objective of the class have been met. We have seen what privatization is. We have seen the advantages and disadvantages of privatization. We've actually seen the difference between commercialization and privatization. If you see this question in your exam, I know you're going to pass and you're going to answer it very well. Okay, watch the video again and again, even for other classes if you don't understand. Then if it's too pressing that you still do not understand, ask me a question below the comment box. I'm going to answer you. If it's the one that I'll give you a feedback by producing a new video, I'm going to get your answer by producing a new video, and I will tag the person that has asked that question to that video so you can understand. Thank you for following me through. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we do here. Tell me if you find value for this class. Type a yes that you find value. If in any way our channel have actually helped you in passing your exams, in taking courses, in any way, tell us that you have found value. That is what makes us to be here. That is what gives us joy to always come to deliver to you. Okay, for us to be able to bring you more of these videos, subscribe to the channel, share the video. If you wish to support this channel, you can reach out to us and support the channel. We are open for support and sponsorship so that we can bring learning to your home. Our main objective in this channel is to bring learning to your home. Okay, we run a mobile class, an online class that take care of the Nigerian curriculum from SS1 to SS3. We have counseling section, sex education section, and sometimes business tips. We are here to help ourselves build our total you. We are on a mission, on a journey to bring learning to you and to help you transform your total self as we transform our own self. It is a journey. We are all work in progress. So let's progress to our destination. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next.